And Gira says,
Friends? We're friends. We're friends.
"Are you dead?"
Oh no! Are you my mommy?
And the ogre says specifically,
Maybe.
I refuse to pay child support.
right? Just staring at him like a long time, just looking really hard. Sort of like not actually giving it some thought, giving it some thought, like looking. And he says finally, maybe. And that's it. So there's no rolling of an initiative. Again, at this particular point, there's no rolling of initiative, except for the fact that as Gira moves in here, I can open up some more of the room. You guys can certainly see. We're gonna reveal this area. So here,
Lovely.
here, like this. I suppose would probably be best. Go ahead and open this up just a bit more. You can see better. Like that, and yeah. So that's the entirety of the room. Gira is now taking point at this particular moment, and there are indeed 1, 2, 3, not orc, orog. So
A what?
Orog. That you can tell. You would know this because that's your favorite enemy again.
Okay.
Orogs are bigger, also smarter. That you know.
They're right.
Of course they are.
They're like those orcs from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Okay, but they're not fighting yet. In fact, these other 2 orcs, they're still sort of like half smiling when everybody comes in. They're like, eh. They don't know if they should continue smiling. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab this one in the back.
Okay, well, that's not.
Okay.
It's like excellent. They're confused for a moment.
Yes.
Shing!
Okay.
Use it.
Definitely going to be a
So-
configured situation.
Roll initiative.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know what's going to happen with Gira. This is
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
Do not suffer an orc to live.
Oh shit.
terrible.
We'll go ahead and roll these guys.
24.
Combat is about to be initiated by the bloodthirsty one. Oh shit. Well, that's good. What is your? Okay, so it goes down by 1. So okay. Let's go ahead and open up this so I can see what's going on. This ogre is going at a 16.
He's fighting for us, though, right?
The full-on ogre? Well, you don't know.
Yeah, that's this whole room bad.
This is so messed
Ooh.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
This overall has what again for his stats?
A feast for
Wait,
the
did
crows.
I wrote everything in, but its actual stats? No. Come on, man. I wasn't that dumb. Come on. Really?
Get,
One
like,
of these has to have a stat.
backstory, where it went to high school.
Okay, one second.
We don't need to
I'll
know
look up the overall. I wrote it in, but I didn't write in the actual strength and everything else. Oh, there it is. I'll return right to the page. Awesome. Oh, it gets +1. Right, so, which one was it? It was this one. That one's going on a 21.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Very, very quick one on that one. And this one is going on a 10. Add turn. Enter.
I'm very happy I still have the advantage on initiatives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This last one is going on a... Wow. Okay, 5. They're really split up there. Alright, so we're going to go in descending order. So, Tal, you are certainly going to go first. I'm going to keep this page open.
So what happens is I walk into the room and pull back my veil, and I say, "Send Grumsh my regards."
Of course you do.
Ooh. Very good. And what are you rolling? Okay, so 17 to hit. That is going to hit. Actually, that's going to miss.
Then I guess I'll have to luck it. 17 misses? That's brutal.
Yep, you
Wow.
hit, though. You hit. That second one
Okay.
hits for 9.
And then I will go ahead, since this is, opening round stuff, I will go ahead and unleash my lethal strike.
How many more power points do you have there?
I have 8, which means I can do this one more time after this.
Okay.
So bonus of 14 damage.
So
Nice.
14, okay. So 9 and 14 total is going to leave... Was that 25? No, that doesn't have 25. I'm trying to do math right now. Early
23.
morning math.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
20.
24. No. 23. Shit. Leave me alone.
One of those.
Mama says
And then as-
don't do math in public. What does Mama know?
I will bonus action use my offhand kukri.
Okay.
It's not sonically focused. Oh, natural 1.
No.
Excellent. All right.
That one misses.
Really?
Does it?
Just barely. No. Okay.
Oh, I'm out of luck too. Ooh. No more luck. Only
Oh.
one more lethal strike. Well, I could do a half strength lethal strike as well. So
All right.
running on fumes here.
All right. So the ogre, the Orog that you just walked up and stabbed, does make a sort of like, and then turns around and is about.
Get to the chopper.
Yes, that one.
You have to get down.
Move that over there. What does he have again for his abilities to attack? I know he has. I put that in there. Yes, I did. Excellent. I wasn't a complete moron. Okay. So he's gonna turn around with his axe, and he's gonna wham you.
I got that for you.
He hits AC. Is it plus 22?
Yeah. Okay.
He is going to do 13 points of damage,
No.
and he's gonna roll again.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Telling you, these guys are nuts. There is, that's plus. So it hits AC 18.
I predict. Yeah, that hits. I
Okay.
predict a disengage action in my future.
And he is going to do 13 points of damage.
I would love to use a luck action to force him to reroll, except I'm all out.
Mhm.
Holy crap. Okay, well, I'm down to 5 hit points.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. All right. And now it is Beef Guy's turn. The big ogre.
Oh.
Ogre turns and he looks at
We're your
Gira, and he looks
friends.
over. He sees this action happening over here. He's like, "What you do? Why you do?
We come to free you.
This no look like
Is it-
free."
He's asking me that?
Yeah.
I got nothing against ogres, clearly.
Ogres
But
are my
orcs don't deserve
friends.
to live.
He looks back at the half ogre, Gira. He looks at him and like,
Can you
What he do?
convince him
Or
you
what
can
she do?
stay out?
"Huh? What's that? Sorry."
Gira, can you convince him? Maybe you two stay out of this. I don't think we can stop rest of them from fighting.
Gira like hears you, turns back, and looks back at this ogre that he sort of maybe
Yeah.
thinks is Papa, and says, So as the big guy, he's confused. Like this particular ogre, he's looking at Gira, and he looks back over at Tao, and he's like, that's what he does. He just shakes his finger, like wands his
At
finger.
me? Like I've been bad?
Yeah. Like he's
Bad
like,
girl.
right? And then he also tells this one here, he says, "Don't do it." And he just sort of like looks back at the ogre, and you don't know what he's gonna do. Actually, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna roll for it. Okay, no. He says, "Don't do it." And for whatever reason, this particular Orog, he looks back and he looks at you, and then looks back at the ogre, and then looks at you, and you can see in this Orog's eyes like some amount of either fear or respect. You don't really know which, but you kind of like just and he decides he still has his axe forward, and he just takes on a completely defensive stance.
Just the one who attacked me.
Not that it's going to change his AC. That's not going to change his AC. This is just for
I
flavor.
think he meant the other one, like this one.
No, this one.
No.
So the one who already
you're
attacked me.
fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says no.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
Interesting.
Eric.
I have no idea what's going to go on because I know that these two want to just like kill all the orcs.
This is going to be tough for that.
This is a mess.
Mhm.
So here's the question: if I grab Tao and try and pull her out of the room,
Mhm.
is she going to resist?
No. Not at this point.
Okay.
That is a tough one. I don't know.
Well,
No, Tao is not going to resist.
Tao's not
I
gonna
mean,
resist?
she doesn't
Okay.
like orcs, but right now, she was going to have to disengage no matter what.
Yeah.
She's way into survival.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna reach over there. I still got like a crowbar in my hand. I'm gonna like not stab you with the crowbar, just like reach around and then like haul you back into the hall, kind of like spin you around and like drop you behind me, basically.
Yeah, basically like a grapple plus drag.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Okay. So Tao
I'm
moves
guessing
back into the hallway. Okay, very good.
Yeah, I'm guessing that pretty much takes my action. There's only so much you can do in a turn.
Okay.
I mean, even though she was allowing it, it's still there's a lot of action involved there. Just like if I was trying to grapple an enemy or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that and then hold the ground here, I guess.
Okay. Now, here's the real question.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Lasan's turn. What is Lasan gonna do?
So we have some conflict here. Do I try to finish off this
Right.
thing, or do I go heal my little friend? I heal my friend.
Right now, your bow, you have this
Yes.
sort of tingling sensation going up your arm, and this sensation is just it is kind. It's
Do I
both.
have choices?
It's
Or does it go?
it's excruciating, not in a painful way. It's just excruciating as in, resisting this urge is going to be quite difficult.
So this guy has told them to not attack us, and they have actually agreed to that.
So
He
we're
stopped.
There was a
So far.
reaction that appeared to indicate that
Yeah.
the one who had just attacked was going to hold.
Yeah. Okay, urges over training. Urges over training.
It's the worst itch ever. Yes, name change. That's indeed correct. It is like just like you just want to pull an arrow. That's what you want to do. That's the first thing you want to do.
That's
You
the
have
first
sight
thing.
of a target.
I have sight of a target, but no.
That's
Okay,
all.
what
It's-
would
it's
Lasan
your-
do? What would Lasan do? What would Lasan do? She's got this whole thing going on. It is her favorite enemy, but she was raised as a healer. I tend to think I'm going to heal my friend. We can't have you dead. We can't go into this fight with you almost dead.
Okay.
Crap. And did I use a heal wounds on you before? Like how long?
It's basically did you take damage
Our
from the
healer.
gargoyle? Because you didn't take any
That's right.
damage in the boss fight.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
So
Think so?
I don't remember having healed.
Probably use your heal kit.
Okay.
I think the gargoyle was just beating on me,
12.
so she should probably still.
That's what I
have that
thought.
left.
You were. I don't think
Yeah.
we had gotten hurt in that one. I hadn't gotten hurt in that one, but.
All right,
I
I'm no
definitely
longer
got
bloody.
it.
Thank you, Lasan.
Hey.
And
Okay.
let's hope we made the right choice. 'Cause this is-
Eric's just looking back, like he just does not. Like, he's got this like sort of blank look, like not sure what you're gonna do.
Yep. All right, Lasan, as you don't take your action to shoot at the orc that is plainly right in front of you,
Duh.
you get this sort of really disagreeable
I'm getting
feeling.
cranky.
Like, yeah, something, and it's coming from your bow. You just know that you sort of insulted. You have
You can
insulted.
insult.
You can
insult the
He's
weapon.
he's an
Oh,
entity
shoot.
all on his own. He feels rather insulted.
So this is that. Okay, I'm actually running around with like a somewhat sentient.
Yeah, well, that like elemental guy. He
Yep.
went into
He
it.
went into it.
He had a conversation
Oh
first.
hells.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Lasan uses his turn to
Okay.
heal, not kill an orc.
Ah.
Interesting. All right, so
So this will lead to more orc killing in the future.
probably, yeah, maybe.
Well,
You're gonna
and
have
that's
to
the other
convince it
thing.
of
How
that.
do we?
but
We need. This is logic. We need your skills for this, right?
so
Yeah, but
Oh God! I take accordion damage for not attacking horns.
yeah, definitely.
Ah, crap.
as this Orog here, it's his turn now.
Yeah.
Typically, and he saw what happened to this guy over here when he got struck by just out of the blue. Like obviously it was a vicious attack out of
Struck by
nowhere.
a smooth criminal.
And he decides he starts moving forward to do something about that. And the ogre looks at him, and he looks back, and he catches his eye, right? And the ogre's just looking at him. And now Gira puts his hand out and goes like, not okay.
Can't believe like everyone else is being like chastised and led to like more
This is-
rational and reasoned discussion
This is-
by some ogres.
Yeah. It's beautiful. All right, and then after his turn, because he decides to actually no, I should roll for it. I should really roll for it. Oh my god! But hopefully this doesn't. Okay, whew. Okay, no, he totally abides by the ogre's rule. Like not even a question, not even a doubt in his mind. Right. So now it's this guy's turn. He sees what's going on over there. He doesn't take an aggressive stance, but he does move forward. He's just gonna stop right here. Basically.
Gira has become a mod.
Get that out of the way. There we go. He's become a mod, indeed. And that's going to be his turn. He's not going to do anything. Now, it's the half-ogre's turn.
Daddy!
He says...
Don't spoil us more.
Do I look like you?
They're off doing a whole other thing.
And then the ogre says... I don't know. Do I look like you? Half-ogre turn done. Tap! And, it's at this particular point, I think we should probably have a break. And we're going to come back and we're going to see if this is going to be combat, or is this just going to be some sort of diplomatic back and forth between two ogres. While everybody sort of like stands apart as diplomats. I don't know. We're gonna be right back, everybody. Give us a moment.
Oh my god.
Greetings! We have returned, everybody, and we're about to get started. Once again, Quill is here with us.
Hello.
And Demonac.
Greetings.
And a kiss for luck.
Hey, you.
Alright, let's get that FaceTime. We're coming right back at you. Faces, everybody, all around. So, there's a bit of an interesting development for anybody who is just now joining us. We have sort of a standoff, a diplomatic adventure is happening right now between a half-ogre and an ogre and some orcs. And there's some tensions on either side because the party really wants to kill some orc. While the ogres
but as Lasan is tending to my wounds, I'm going to be like, it's funny how much those two look alike. You'd almost think they were related.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know. Isn't it amazing?
So here's the question:
he found his family.
How much do we think this is true, or is she just bluffing?
All ogres look alike.
Yeah. Descriptively, how similar do they look to us?
Who cares? All we have to do is convince them they look just alike.
Yeah, I recognize that. I just kind of want to know.
I'm trying to decide, like, in terms of like half-ogres have generally have more of a humanistic trait. Well, specifically if the other half was human. And
it turns out he's half ogre and the other half is also ogre.
That would be interesting. He does look a lot more ogre than human. Like, the dominant traits are definitely ogre.
Well, he was big.
Yeah, well, the ogre genes are bigger.
But there's this really, how do you find if any one of you guys had spent more time around ogres, then I would probably give you a roll for that. But I'm gonna say specifically they kind of just look the same to you because they're both ogreish.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
they look the same because we're racist. That's fine.
Basically, you know, ignorant, racist, whatever. It's fine. You don't know. You haven't spent enough time, so it's not your fault specifically. It's just a thing. Okay, so it is now Tao's turn. Tao, who said ow?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the only good orc is a dead orc, but I'm not running back in there. And as it stands now, I'm not sure how much it would aid our survival if I were also just to start pew-pewing with my wand. So I think I'm just gonna hold. I mean, if a fight breaks out, then pew-pew with the wand. So I have the wand ready, but I'm not doing anything.
Okay, so you're not. So you're gonna basically be saving your action-ish, kind of. You'll go on somebody else's. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it is now the Orog's turn that attacked you back, Tao. And he is definitely not moving. He's not moving to attack, and now it's going to be the ogre's turn. Oh, and just to the back of him there, if you notice right here, this isn't what. Can I click
a well?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's just like a subterranean well for sure. Yeah, it's like a big water basin, if you will, made out of stone. Anyway, this ogre's turn. he says to Gira, he's looking around him. He's making sure everything is like still sort of normal. He's looking around Gira's shoulder there, and he's trying to see down the hallway. He doesn't quite see Tao. He doesn't know what's happening over there. He just knows that the elf or whatever decided to go back as well. He doesn't know what's going on back there. But he starts...
Well, I'm pretty sure he saw me physically haul her out.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? It's one of those situations, you know, sometimes you can almost think that an ogre, especially an ogre surrounded by orcs... Interesting. We just got a donation. Right, so Giuliotto, I missed yours. This is a donation to provide diplomacy education for orphaned ogres. Fantastic. And then we got a $26.34 donation from Big Turd 2. Says, Lasan needs to buy an accordion and take it out into the field and go all Office Space on it with Tao and Eric. I remember that whole scene. We can play some rap music, okay? Anyway, exercise the demon. Also get Eric a decent magic weapon already. He seems to be working on it. He's got a stick now, or a rod of some damn...
But he doesn't use...
Yeah.
How would you get a magic weapon if you can't use weapons?
Well, it's got to be at least one that is acceptable by his deity, or his patron, or whatever.
A magic stick? You
Yeah.
need a magic barrel cover.
I was trying to think of what that weapon was going to look like. Now I just
A
want to make
magic
it a
crowbar.
longer stick. Just, anyway. All right, so the ogre, decides to go, start parlaying a little bit more with Gira there, the half ogre, and he says, actually, you know what? He overhears because it's a free action to talk. So he overhears Tao say something about, they do look similar, they do look alike or something, and he says, I think maybe we said we look like each other. That's how that works. Right? And now it's Eric's turn.
I'm gonna take the dodge action, so I'm just gonna be. It's not like I'm literally like dodging around, but I'm just like keep my shield up and ready to like defend myself.
Okay, very good.
Not doing anything aggressive, but that means that if they attack me, they'll have disadvantage.
I'm about to do something, and I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
Oh, goody.
I'm mostly like looking back, trying to figure out if the guys behind me are gonna get us into a whole bunch of trouble or not. It's like, but I don't see how to do anything to help the ogres resolve this in a more favorable way right this second. So yeah, that's pretty much my turn.
Okay.
Well,
and I was going to
tell
mention
them to stay here and talk it out, and we'll be back.
Yeah, is that what you guys want to do? Because you can totally do that. And
Maybe.
I'm going to say, Lasan, you're next. So
Yeah.
Gira, that was your turn, just sort of like blocking the way or going basically defensive, right?
I just
he
got
was
defensive.
just-
Okay.
Yeah,
So Lasan, it is now your turn.
So I'm just going to be talking to Eric loud enough to hope the ogre's here. Wouldn't it be amazing if we found his dad and we can reunite this family? That would. Why don't we just leave them to chat for a while and we'll wander off some other place while I'm trying to tell my bow there will be other orcs. We have to survive the fight. We must survive the fight. You be okay, sweetie.
Right. Yeah, you
Actually,
still have
I
that
remember-
massive ache, that throbbing seems to come like even more bearable or
I remember
unbearable
when-
in your hand.
I remember what I was supposed to do. I like forgot when we went away for break. I was gonna like ask one of the orcs, like I don't know, looking at this one, it's like, so why are you guys working for Earth Cult anyway? What they promise you?
Yeah, good.
Good one. Ah, no
I'm never going to
kidding.
talk to an orc, but I'm happy someone else is.
Yeah.
Orog looks
I don't-
over the shoulder of or not Orog, the ogre. I said Orog, like it was his name. Actually, no. Speaking of his name, I should tell everybody here. When Tao was listening through the door, there's one particular bit of information I forgot. They're tossing around a word that Tao didn't recognize as Orcish, and it was Jeruth. Jeruth several times, and what Tal has come to recognize as Jeruth might be the name of somebody in here. It would just make sense for that to be the case. But anyway, so the ogre kind of like, actually, what was it? I'm gonna get this right in my head. Okay, so the ogre itself, like the big guy, he looks over and he's like, You're not Earth Cult?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
We didn't say that. We're just asking why you are fighting for them.
Do a persuasion check.
Oh.
Gryffindor! Excellent.
So, persuasion,
Thanks.
there's one there.
That sounds like the sort of thing I would say.
Deception. I'm just trying to figure out if, like, my inclination would be to just be honest, but it's probably screw everything up. Like, I'd be the one that starts the fight, which feels really dumb. But I think Eric's inclined to just say like, no, we just visiting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, nice.
Just visiting. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. Persuasion.
That's fine then. I won't get involved.
Okay.
Need a persuasion check for that, or I
Yeah.
guess maybe, I
Give
don't
me a
know.
persuasion check.
Just a spare charisma check. 9.
You know, the thing is, though, because he's got some... Yeah, he's got some major disadvantage there. So anyway, we're going to roll for it, and we're going to see what happens.
Ooh.
The thing is, I don't know. Like, for all we know, maybe he doesn't like the Earth Cult. But I can't.
Yeah.
He looks at you, he like...
Yeah.
And he squints. And he says... Okay. And the conversation continues.
Okay.
I love how he thinks. He's careful. He's a very careful ogre. I like this.
Okay.
All right, so
Nobody answers me about the actual thing, though.
what
They
actual
just
thing?
let
Sorry.
him take over
The-
it. Well, I asked them
orc.
why they work for the Earth Cult. I think what they're being promised.
Oh, right. Okay, so he says okay, and he says Earth Cult work for me.
Okay, so they're smarter, but not. Okay.
Yeah.
The Earth Cult works for the ogre.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what he said.
He's.
Okay.
And then the other Orogs around, they kind of go sort of like this.
Okay.
Yes. There's indeed.
Okay.
That's how it works. All right.
Okay.
So then
You
it's
should
just gonna be
clearly
Orog.
just salute him
Yeah.
and go with it. Just go with it.
Or,
I'm gonna call the ogre Tony Danza. I
Okay.
mean, Angela was the boss, but he doesn't look like an Angela.
all right.
So he's the boss.
He is the boss. He
All right.
He certainly seems the sizable boss anyway. Very good. So that's the other two ogres. They're spending their turns still nodding. Now Gira turns to you. It's only his turn. He turns to Eric specifically because Eric's the one closest to him. He says,
Yeah.
he says,
Charge.
"Do you
I'm
mind?"
also the biggest and therefore obviously the most important.
Indeed. He says, "You mind if I have alone time?"
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, like, Gira, you want to stay and talk? We come back for you.
Yeah.
You sort of get this appreciativeness, this
Bonding
nod.
time with
Yeah,
your
this
family.
nod.
This is
And
amazing.
strangely
We're so happy
enough,
for you.
here's what happens. This throws Eric off a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Because Eric, what happens after you say yes or whatever?
Yeah.
Gira does this, and that's it.
Yes.
Oh,
It's just a little wink, right?
Okay.
That's our boy. I told you he was gonna be a good dog. Whoa.
And then
Okay.
that's
That threw
it.
me off. Okay.
I'm gonna say that you're gonna shut the door, right?
Yeah.
I love it. I love
So
it.
that would be the next step if nothing else happens in between. So.
We don't know what's happening in here right now.
I'm so excited.
Love it. All right.
So,
I've been trying to be nice to him, so yay. I don't know.
all right.
This is an encounter we will never forget. This is just awesome.
Cosmos is just sitting here really very confused.
Yeah.
When
Oh, this is
when the
good.
door does shut and the
Yeah.
line of sight happens to be removed from the orc, the sort of throbbing and the interesting pain that you have, or not even really pain, it's a weird feeling in your hand, Lasan,
Okay.
dies down considerably.
Oh, so within sight and range. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
That's
still
good.
want to go this way. You want to go through that
Clearly,
door. Every
yeah.
part of you wants to go
Yes.
that way. However, it's one of those situations. You know, you're not having any. You don't have to roll any checks or anything like that. Everything's
Okay.
fine when it comes to that.
I was
Right
getting
now.
a little freaked
Well,
out about this bow of
For
doom.
now, at least. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's
Better hope
let's
that the
call it
next
good.
time we run into orcs, we can just friggin' kill them so that everyone is happy.
Very good.
Yeah, well, I'm unhappy that I like wasted a luck point and 3 psi points in a fight that we didn't finish.
Mm.
Yes.
Oof.
Yes, but you're still alive.
So,
So, do I sense orcs in any other direction?
yes, actually, you do. It
Good.
seems to
Let's
be
go there.
the strongest reference point is in this room.
Well,
But you kind of
yeah.
get this
Well,
feeling
they're
that if you were
there.
to go in either direction, this way or even this way,
Okay,
chances are you will probably,
there's more.
yeah, you're gonna
Okay.
come across more.
Where do we hear the tink, 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 tink sounds?
Oh yes.
It's really
You
strange
were saying
because
tool things.
I know the walls in here look sort of like roughshod, but most of them are sort of flat. Like they're really well, and they even have this area has these
Well, it's been dug out.
structural
obviously.
points
Yeah.
made of like wood and
Oh.
everything, but you're getting the idea that is it really doing anything? It just looks like it's going to stay there regardless. It doesn't need any structure, but whatever. There's no loose rock up above. It's just one piece, right? But anyway,
Yeah.
And yeah, I would love a short rest, but I don't see how we can.
Mm.
I mean, logically, within the context of the world
Just
and what
sit
makes
here
sense.
for
in the
an
Yeah.
situation.
hour.
Yeah.
It seems unlikely.
If it was 4th edition 5-minute short rest, then yeah, sure. But 1 hour long short rest?
Yeah.
I mean, you could try to barricade not barricade, but you could try to find an alcove and sort of sit in it out of the way or something like that if you want. I'm not going to say that that's not going to be without consequence. I'm just saying it
Yeah.
could be.
Yeah.
It feels crazy. At least
I mean-
here. If we find a room that's a little bit more defensible, then maybe.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back through the undead room to go to the little hallway, although that in a way that would be a good spot, but I don't want to go back through there more than we need to.
Right.
How loud is the Umber Hulk from here? Just wondering how much that sound carries through all these metal doors and stuff.
Right, but you guys have been
'Cause it was
shutting the
very
doors
loud
on
in
your
the
way
room.
through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, from here you can't hear the
Okay.
thrashing.
So
Well, the thing is, though, I mean, if somebody wanders into that big room where we fought, and they find dead bodies all over, and there's the big open, coming down the stairs thing, it's not going to be hard to figure out where we went.
Right,
So,
and you also have to remember too. There was, I don't know if I didn't say anything, but I kind of thought maybe I should have. Now that on retrospect, there was one particular monk that was running off, and he went skidding down the hall as he died. Tao got a strike in.
Yeah.
He was running, but
that's right. Yeah, he
Right,
was
that's
out
right.
of the door.
did you guys ever
Yeah.
actually leave that room and go down that hall and grab him?
well, that happened last thing, and then we didn't remember it at the start of this
So
episode.
would you
No.
have?
Yeah.
Would you have gone out
We
and went
would
out?
have, because we were trying to. Although you said there was a bunch of blood, he like left a big trail of blood.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right,
no.
yeah. We
So
weren't,
there's
we
no
weren't
point.
gonna like mop it up, so yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because on my map we couldn't even see the body. I completely I'm looking. I never even saw it. Forgot completely. He wasn't even out there.
Okay.
I want to go over here to the right, stealthily, and just peek.
Take a look.
Do we
around.
have to use that word?
What,
I'll
peek?
just wait here.
Yeah, you guys wait here. Like
I'll
when
just
I
wait here.
say I'm gonna go and check something out, it doesn't mean
Yeah.
you guys have to be
I'm
stuck to
just
my
gonna
butt
wait
and
here.
following
along the way.
Yeah.
All right. Let me grab this. There we go.
Nice. And
And we're gonna go ahead and try to open up.
28 seems like a pretty good check, so
Yeah. No, you seem to be doing pretty good.
I'm feeling the stealth nature.
Ooh.
Okay. Now it's at this particular point here. I believe. Let me make sure. I should probably start with.
So we had heard a voice coming from that door.
Yeah, there's probably just like a little tomb in here. Just like in
Yeah.
that little
Yeah.
area there.
I definitely want to check that out, but it would take too many resources to fight all those zombies.
We don't have resources right now. We have like none.
Okay. Give me a spot check.
Perception?
On Tao specifically. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, we figured.
10's not bad in 5th Ed, but I don't know.
Okay. So I'm gonna open up this area here. What you see is to there, and you see like a portion there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Satisfied with that?
And that's it. And that's.
What about here?
Oh right, sorry, I didn't realize that was okay. So you go from there to there.
Okay.
Huh. But Lisanne did sense orcs in this direction as well as the other direction.
Yeah.
Weird.
So I'll do one more check from here.
That looks like it just
Yeah.
it's gonna just wrap around or
There
something.
might be another hallway. There's space for it. But
Yeah, there is
I guess
room
down,
for a hallway
down
here.
Yeah. Yep, there
Yeah,
is.
there is.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, from that angle, you get.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm not going to go any
Alright.
further.
Okay.
So,
Mhm.
yeah. All right. Mostly just one hallway, just like to the left, there's mostly just one hallway.
Right. I mean, we could hole up in dead end, or I
Yeah.
just had ideas, probably stupid, but if we took a bunch of rope and tied to lever, put downstairs, and then stand in doorway, could we maybe pull lever, then close door, and
Yeah, I wonder if the Umber Hulk would be more interested in chasing after us as the last thing it saw, or more interested in going upstairs.
I don't think it chased us very well through the little door. Plus, we go
That's
through
true.
tomb.
That's
It goes in tomb, probably sees zombies and mess up. I don't know.
You know what? I kind of like it. Let's do it.
So what do you want to do? Sorry, I missed.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes.
The idea is we go up, and assuming we don't get attacked on the way, we go back up to the altar room and tie a rope. So like we
like it.
don't want to we don't want to
I let
accidentally
it
put weight
go.
on it. So we start laying a rope from the doorway that we went out of the Umber Hulk room, right?
Okay.
We start laying a rope down there, go up the stairs, and then we tie the rope to the lever. And then we go back down through the metal door, right? Down
Mhm.
below. And then we just pull the lever from like range and then toss the end of the rope through the door and shut the door behind us. So we have a door between us and the Umber Hulk, and the rest of the place does not have a door between it and the Umber Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're saying that the Umber Hulk could just go up the stairs?
Yep.
Yeah. It could run around in its room or go up the stairs, but assuming they don't have some kind of control over it, which
Mhm.
you don't
Okay.
think they do because it seems like wild and is behind bars,
Yeah.
that presumably that would stop anyone from coming down to follow us. Of course, that would guarantee we have to fight it on the way out.
I
unless
was
they
about to
kill it.
say
That
we've got
is-
all the doors barricaded, so he will be waiting for us when we come back.
Well, he might just
I
go
will
up there
point
and eat all
out
the
that that does
corpses.
take a considerable length of rope. How much rope do you guys have?
Well, if those are
I
10-foot
have 50.
squares, that's actually not that super long. Right? You got like 10, 20, 30, 40. Like, how long are the stairs? It's
It's about a
50,
20-foot
60.
climb.
Like, if we have 100 feet of rope, we could easily do that.
I have 50
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 50.
silky
There we go.
stuff.
okay. All right, so you can just like put them together. Yeah, no, if you guys want to do that,
Yes,
you can totally do
Tony. If you don't know what to do next, cause chaos.
that. Well, there's that. There's always that rule.
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of guarantee we have to fight that thing to get out. But on the other hand, if we were safe down here and we were able to rest,
Mhm.
then I'm sure we could manage that.
Yeah, because one of the reasons to not rest is because it's probably just a matter of time before the cultists come downstairs
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
look for us. But if they're having to deal with an enraged Umber Hulk,
Yep.
assuming they don't have a way to control it, but I'm betting if anyone had a way to control it, it was the High Priest.
Yeah, it was probably the guy that you cut in half and exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That one went down really fast and terrifying.
Listen, I say we go for it. What could possibly go wrong?
You're gonna go for releasing the Umber Hulk.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, so first step is we've got to go back through, see that we don't get attacked in the zombie room, then we don't get attacked by cultists as we get up to the place. So
Okay.
we have to proceed in an orderly, like, defensive fashion.
I guess I'll stealth up the stairs to like peek, making sure I don't trigger the trap stair.
Interestingly enough,
Yeah,
when you
the
go
trap
back
stair.
into
The Umber Hulk might trigger the trap stair. That's also fun.
when you go back into
Mhm.
the room full of the zombies,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
this one here is no longer dead.
It's no longer re-dead. It is unre-dead.
He is unre-dead.
Okay.
Unre-dead.
Too spooky for
He
me.
is undead.
Ah,
Yeah.
Undead.
Yeah, he's like he's at least a triple negative dead at this point.
So I'll just like peek up the stairs here. I mean, everyone else should be pretty close behind me as well, the sun and such. But I'll just peek up the stairs.
Your stealth is 17. Okay. You peek up the stairs and you don't see anything, but you do hear talking. And there is a formidable amount of frustration. A woman's voice happens to be very frustrated.
The trainer.
And telling people and ordering people around to check, all the corners, the cracks, everything.
Yeah. So there's no one in the stone room, but we can hear her voice
there's nobody in the stone room.
fortress.
So you can hear the shouting though.
All right,
so I start laying the rope down by the door up here, and then carry it over and give it to Tao.
Yeah, I'll run up real quick and go and attach it to the lever.
Lisa, and let's get back behind the door. Yeah.
I can move fast.
Also, I will point out to all the bodies that were placed in front of the doors are no longer in front of the doors. They're sort of pushed out and scattered around the room. Well, piled up into the room. But
they've been in. Okay.
There's nobody in there right now, but they have.
Yeah.
But they've clearly been in there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
So,
good cracking
but they can
time.
see the stairs were clearly open. They have to have known we came down here.
But they don't know how big a force. She's probably out getting reinforcement help right now.
Mm-hmm.
From their logic as well, they might be like, well, if they're downstairs, they're trapped down there. So let's make sure they're not up top first.
Yeah.
Not a ruse, not of anything of the sort. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So I run up. I tie the rope up onto the lever, and then I run back down.
That is wow. Okay, that was the loud one. Maverick Boxer donation $80. Greetings from Sydney. Loving the game, guys. I've been following on YouTube, but very happy to catch the stream and send you a little something to show my appreciation. Thank you very much. Our appreciation,
sweetie. Thank you.
Extended well back. Thank you very much for your generosity. Oh wait, Griffin North also with a $10 donation. Says Sunday Morning Heroes. Where the ogres engage in rational conversation, the tank is stealthier than the ranger. What's next? Beholders wearing monocles at a poetry club.
We need that. We totally need that.
You know what? I could probably pull that off. Just give me some time. I might be able to do that.
I want one of those.
The first beholder that you guys meet has a monocle. I don't know.
That's actually that would actually be pretty badass, honestly.
It would be super badass. They're totally intelligent enough to pull that off. Although it'd be a big monocle.
Yeah. Big monocle and a regular sized top hat.
It's
got just a little top hat sitting on top.
That would be amazing. Actually, that is a really good idea.
As it's floating around, the top hat keeps threatening to fall off, and it's got one of his eye stalks at the back, keeps pushing it over, using different eye stalks to keep pushing the hat back into the perfect position that it wants, which isn't necessarily set, but is there.
Let's make that happen in 1d4 rounds. You guys are going to face a beholder. Just joking. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no, okay.
Right. With a poetry book, though. Get it right.
Or a Tarask. So let's see. You guys are successful with your rope trick. You do indeed pull the lever, I guess. Is that what you're doing? You pulling the lever?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the safety down here, the door's slightly ajar.
Okay.
Pull on, give that thing a tug, and as soon as we see the doors over here release, we just slam this sucker and back off.
Right. So, all right. So,
I guess we gently slam it.
Yeah, you shut that door there. Okay, very good. Yeah. Well, there is the sound of the as the doors seem to open up in the other room, and then there's a little bit of a shuffle, and scratching against stone, and an aching sound. It's terrifying, just a scratch against stone, and then it sounds quiet for a second.
Yeah,
and then there's
here, by the way.
Then there's a massive shutter against the door that you guys are beside.
Well, as I said, we're not staying here, by the way, right? Our plan was to run back through the zombie room.
And through the other door, and then if he breaks in, he can deal with the zombie, with the dead people there.
That's the plan.
So you guys are going.
Honestly, if
there's no bad side, no downside.
But if he came in further, at some point we just run through the ogre room and we're like, oh, something bad's happening. And suddenly they're on our side.
Yeah.
Very interesting. As you guys are still running away, once you get along here, there happens to be another shutter.
Okay.
Oh.
And a crash.
Oh.
A shudder and a crash, and you don't know what that means. You have no idea what the crash sounds really bad, mind you. It sounds like maybe a door got flung off its hinges. If there
These
was
walls got
awesome.
dropped.
So we were already screwed, and now we're also being chased by an Umber Hulk that we intentionally released.
Yeah.
It should be worth noting, I come up with plans like this all the time, including in real life. The difference is I never do them, right? I just think of things and then tell someone, and then like, okay, that's out there in the world.
Let's do that
now.
Okay.
Oh.
So that was there, and you guys keep running, correct?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yes. Right through.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait here for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
that's
I want to know what's going on.
Or I mean, I suppose we could go and hide in one of the dead ends and hope that it doesn't track us to there.
right.
Yeah, we don't know how well it tracks. It doesn't have eyes. It's using some other sense. Frankly, I think if it comes for us, we do want to just run through the ogre room.
Right. Okay. Interesting enough, you guys are gonna stay by this door there, or are you continuing on? Okay, you're staying by that door there, I guess.
We're
To just
here.
We want to hear what happens if it gets into the zombie room. Find out if it's fighting them or not.
So shortly afterward, you hear one more big crash, a bang, like a shuddering in the ground, and then there is another crash, and then you could swear because it's.
Oh, it feels the room. It doesn't want to go in. I bet you it feels that tomb and is like, damn.
Nope. Yeah, another big shudder and a crash, and nothing. You can almost sort of faintly hear. You know, Lasan, give me it's a little bit higher than your current perception. Give me a perception check.
Okie. Where is it? Oh, come on, please be better than stealth.
Just from there. Okay, so it's the same. So you don't quite know, but you don't hear any other noise either. So you don't know what's actually going on.
Okay, we don't hear any noise. If we don't hear any noise for about 30 seconds, that time passes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open this door a crack and like peek through and see what's happening over there, looking over at the door.
Okay, so over here, there is a scattering of rock and rubble into this particular room here, but you do not see an Umber Hulk.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's. I just wanted to verify. I was pretty much 100% sure that's what I was gonna see, but yeah, I'll just close the door. That's fine. We won't mess with like undead guy's room for now. Okay.
Okay. And for anybody who's watching this and you're wondering what my logic was all about, it was basically this right here.
Thanks, Quill.
Right? This is it. So outside of that, I mean, once it loses that, then that's it. And it was able to lose that. Also this room. But anyway.
I want to know what you're talking about.
So you guys are now sort of, well, you don't know if you're safe or not. You don't exactly know what's happening.
Well, safe is a relative term here.
There we go. And you guys are still looking for a place to rest. Unfortunately, this entire hallway that was over here is now completely not even a hallway anymore. Well, it's a hallway, but that's just
it's a hallway.
There's just no doors.
No.
So
it's just an open walkway now.
Okay.
I think we should probably try and continue in one of these directions because again, I don't feel safe resting here unless we can find someplace with like a door or something.
Yeah.
We have dead end, and something. Should we finish?
Yeah,
we're low on
go?
stuff.
You know,
we can't fight a room like the ogre room, but
we can ask Chad if you want left or right. But if you want to,
we could go hang out with the ogres. They're like buds now.
Yeah, I guess we don't really have any good.
No, I don't want to do that.
Left or right, do we? That seems like a perfect one to ask the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not really making a decision. We're just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
so
just going in one direction. So you guys go to the right.
Based on no
like
information.
Chat is never right, so I expect they'll tell us to go left.
Well, there you go.
If you'd like some D&D distilled down to its awesome essence, check out the illustrated Tales from My D&D campaign.